John! How many years has it been since you left home?
What? Who cares how many years it's been? I've no intention of coming back.
You act all tough, but don't you still live in the same city? You actually want me to come and visit you, right? Should I come over?
What are you talking about?
You probably meant to keep your address a secret, but I found out where you live!
Oh, okay. I already knew that you know the apartment I live in.
Huh?
But neither you or Mom and Dad have any interest in me, do you?
What makes you say that?
Mom and Dad didn't care about me from the start. And you seem to have been satisfied when she stole my ex-girlfriend.
Ah, so that's how you see things.
I'll just move again if you stop bothering me.
Oh, I see. I get it. So that's how it is.
What is it? You're creeping me out.
What if I told you that I was actually bothering you in a way you wouldn't notice? And that it's bringing you a lot of misfortune?
Huh?
Well, I guess there's no use in trying to keep it a secret, so I'll tell you.
What is it?
You haven't noticed that I stole your girl again, haven't you?
Huh?
Not only that, but it seems that I accidentally impregnated your wife!
What are you talking about? What is this about my wife?
I'm saying that your wife is now pregnant with my child! Which means that it's time for you to get divorced!
Oh, is that so? I'm just gonna ask, but how many days has it been since you got pregnant?
Last time she told me she said it was 11 weeks. Well, get divorced as soon as possible, alright? I can't believe I was able to steal your girl a second time! You're pathetic, Jack!
I see. You know, you should really not get too excited with your jokes, Mark.
What?
Bye, then.
Wait a minute! I wasn't joking! I was being serious!
Hi, Scarlett. I just checked into the hotel.
Hi, John. You must be tired.
Can I ask you a weird question? Sorry if it makes you uncomfortable.
What is it?
Have you met my brother Mark before?
What? Your brother? No, I never have.
That's what I thought. There's no way you two have met before.
Why'd you ask?
You see, I got a text from my brother this afternoon that will probably make you really disgusted.
A text that would make me really disgusted? What was it about?
It's probably fastest if I just show you our conversation. But I'm worried that you'll get really upset.
Just give me a summary, will you?
He told me to divorce you since you're pregnant with his child.
Huh?
You said something about you being pregnant for 11 weeks now.
No, there's already no way it can be true then.
Right. Which is why I don't believe a word he said. I just thought I should tell you about it.
Got it. Thanks. I'll stay at home until you get home tomorrow just to be safe. I'll probably be glued to the laptop since I'm so busy with work anyways. And I already have enough food, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Yep, that's probably a good idea.
And? What are you going to do about your brother?
Well, it depends on what my brother decides to do from now on. I'll need to wait and see what he does first.
Got it. Tell me if I can help.
Sorry for causing trouble. It's my problem, not yours.
It's fine. I knew the situation you were in when we got married. So, no need to worry about it.
Thanks.
What's up, John? You prepared to divorce her yet? I mean, it's not like you have a choice. Your wife's pregnant with my child.
There's something I want to ask you, Mark.
What?
Are you employed right now?
Huh? What's this about suddenly?
You're gonna have a child. You'll need money to raise him or her. You'll need to be able to support your family once you're a father.
What? What are you worrying about? Your wife's rich, so there's no need for me to work.
I mean, I guess it's possible for the wife to earn money and for you to do the housework.
That's not what I meant. I've never done any housework in my life. But it's fine if I don't work.
That's ridiculous.
That's the kind of marriage I wanted. Which is why I decided to steal your wife after I found out about her.
What do you mean?
Your wife inherited a huge amount of money, right?
What, inheritance?
Which is why I came up with the perfect plan to steal your wife. So that's how it is. I really am sorry for you. Now the $1 million of inheritance is mine.
I have one more question.
What is it? You really don't give up, do you?
You keep talking about my wife, so you must know her name, right?
Of course I know her name! It just feels better to call her your wife. It gives me this sense of superiority.
Then what's her name?
Amanda!
Huh? Amanda?
I answered your question. You happy now? Just get divorced already, will you? Hey, John! It's already been 1 week! How's the progress going with the divorce? When's it going to happen?
Why do you keep talking about me and my wife divorcing?
Huh?
Even if she is pregnant with your child, you're still rushing things too much. Is there some other reason?
Not really.
I was just kidding. I already guessed as to what was going on from what I found out in the past week. Dad's company is on the brink of bankruptcy, right?
What?
You knew that at this rate, you guys wouldn't be able to support yourselves anymore. That's when you found out from somewhere about my marriage and heard that my wife was the daughter of a wealthy entrepreneur who inherited a huge amount of money after our parents' death. You first broke up with my ex-girlfriend Kate, and then came up with a plan to steal my wife.
You found out that much?
I was able to contact Kate through a friend. She told me everything.
That bitch! Yes, what you're saying is true. But you're too late, aren't you? Amanda already wanted to divorce you when we first met. Getting divorced was only a matter of time.
Oh, is that so?
Amanda said that if I helped her to get divorced with you, she would use some of her money to help Dad's company. Which means that she agreed to me stealing you from her and making her pregnant!
I see. So you were depending on the inheritance money you planned to steal, huh? But isn't that a bit strange? My wife's parents are currently in Hawaii on vacation.
What?
I just talked to them yesterday through video chat. They're still pretty healthy, so it's a bit too early to be talking about inheritance money.
What are you talking about? But Amanda's...
My wife isn't named Amanda.
What?
My wife's been living abroad since she was 12 due to her parents' work. I met her 2 years ago while I was abroad on work. She only returned to Japan 2 weeks ago for our marriage. which is why it's impossible for her to have been pregnant for 11 weeks. Or for you to have even met her.
Hold on. I don't understand what you're saying. Then Amanda is...
Amanda is Kate's younger sister.
Huh?
Apparently Amanda was the kind of person who wanted to steal everything that was her sister's, including her sister's boyfriend. While I was going out with Kate, she would always attempt to seduce me and steal me from her sister.
What?
But then you stole Kate from me and we broke up, so Amanda left too. My life suddenly became so much more peaceful.
Huh? How could your life have been peaceful after your girlfriend got stolen?
That's how much Amanda was a bother to me. After she lost interest in me, she started waiting for a chance to steal her sister's new boyfriend, you. She found out about Dad's company being on the brink of bankruptcy, made up this story about her being my wife who inherited a fortune from her parents. She knew you would try and steal her from me.
So the inheritance is...
She made it all up. The fact that I actually got married recently was a coincidence. You could have easily checked the family registry and found out that Amanda was lying, but you didn't. Amanda might even be lying about her being pregnant, so you should really make sure.
What?
Seems like we've cleared the misunderstanding, so I guess it's time to say goodbye.
Hey, wait!
Oh, one more thing. For some reason, you think that I still live in the same city, but I found a new job and moved someplace else right after you stole Kate from me 3 years ago.
What?
Someone else is in my old apartment now, so don't bother your neighbors by trying to barge in or something.
Wait! You didn't tell me your wife's name yet!
I won't tell you.
Then tell me your new address!
No thanks.
What?
Bye! I told him not to do it, but it seems Mark tried to barge into the apartment room I used to live in. There was no nameplate on the front, but apparently this was because the new resident didn't want to have to deal with door salesmen. My nuisance of a brother kept knocking on the door and shouting my name, saying that Amanda lied about being pregnant and that she left him. He said to hand over my real wife instead. Obviously, he was caught by the police. He got off with a warning, but apparently the news of him being arrested was enough to bring down Dad's company. Later on, the whole family started barraging me with texts telling to give them money, since now they were in debt. That's when I decided to change my phone number.
Someone told me a strange old witch had snuck into the wedding. I'm guessing that's you. I need you to come up with some excuse and just get out of here. All you'll do is cause embarrassment for your poor little sister.
Oh, hello, Kurt. Charming as always. I'm afraid I don't really follow you, though. You're saying that if I stay here, I'll just embarrass Julia?
That's right. I'm saying that you're way older than her and it's going to cause problems. We're going to spend the rest of our lives together, and I won't let anyone or anything cause trouble at our wedding. Not even her friends or family.
I see. You are right about one thing. She is a beautiful and wonderful young woman. I can see why you might feel overprotective about her.
I don't think anyone could have guessed her older sister would be such a wrinkly grandma. Not even Julia's beauty can offset your hideousness. If anything, the contrast just makes it harder to look at you. So get away from the wedding for her sake. And don't you go upsetting her by telling her I said anything either.
Excuse me? Are you saying what I think you're saying? You haven't even talked any of this over with Julia?
Of course I haven't said a single word about it to her. What did I just tell you? That's why you need to come up with something. Just say you have a cold or something like that.
Are you being serious with me right now? Have you even been paying attention to how excited both Julia and I have been for her special day? I practically raised Julia. I'm like a parental figure to her at this point. It would just break her heart if I wasn't there with her to celebrate.
Are you listening to me? That's why I am saying you need to come up with an excuse so she doesn't get sad about it. I guess a dropout like you might need things explained in simpler terms.
What did you just say?
You didn't think that I knew about how you dropped out of high school? Both Julia and I graduated from one of the best schools in the country. So when I first met you, I thought you must have had a similar path as us and had gone to a nice school. And then I hear you're just a wrinkly high school dropout. To be honest, I couldn't hold back my laughter.
Well, I hope you took our situation into account and understand that I did what I needed to do to take care of her. I had to make some big life changes in order to make sure that Julia was taken care of and raised properly. And because of my lack of diploma, the only work I could get at first was as a maid. But those decisions weren't easy ones for me, you know.
Wait, hold on. I understand that maybe all you could do at the time was be a maid. But how many years has it been now? How many chances have you had to better yourself? You're telling me you couldn't find any other job in all these years? All you can do is clean up after people. No, come on. Be serious with yourself at least. You're just old, dumb, and lazy.
What do you mean? You think I never found another job?
I think I don't really care about your sob story, okay, Grandma? The only thing I have to say to you is that you need to get out of here. All you're doing is bringing the mood down. I know how I want my wedding to go, and it won't be the amazing party I want it to be if you're here.
I completely understand how you feel about wanting an amazing wedding day. But do you really think that my looks are affecting the mood? I'll be honest, it really hurts my feelings to hear you say something like that.
You really need to wake up and face the real world, okay? You are just an old lady now. Just look at all the other girls who are here. There are so many babes, it almost makes me wish I wasn't getting married. And look at the guys, too. I think we've assembled quite the array of hunks, too.
Is that what you'd call them? Anyway, doesn't matter. This is your wedding, right? So you must have some kind of friendship or relationship to the people you've invited, no? Or did you really just pick your friends based on how good you thought they looked?
Oh, shut up. Don't pretend like you know me. Anyways, you're not a friend or family as far as I'm concerned. And just one glance around at the other guests should show you that you don't belong here. Do me a favor and try not to talk to anyone on your way out. I don't need you bothering my friends.
I really don't think I need to talk to any of them anyways.
Everyone here, guys and girls, are way above you. They would never in a million years want to have anything to do with some old hag like you.
I do have to agree with you on one thing. There are certainly a lot of fabulous-looking people at this wedding. And Kurt, aren't you set to take over your family company soon? I guess most of these guests must be high-ranking company officials or board members.
Yes. I only surround myself with amazing people. Thank you for noticing. And don't go getting any bright ideas. They are wealthy and important men, and none of them are going to be interested in taking an old bag like you home. Now listen to what I am telling you. Only the most beautiful young women are allowed. It's going to be the best wedding ever. So you need to listen to what I'm saying and go home right now.
Very well. I understand.
Excuse me, I can't seem to find you anywhere. Are you still here? I was hoping to be able to finally meet you. Have you not arrived yet?
Ah, Jerry. I'm very sorry to say this, but I am actually on my way home.
I beg your pardon. Did something happen? Did you leave something important at home? Or are you not feeling well? Did you catch something?
No, it's nothing like that. The groom asked me not to attend the wedding, and I don't want to spoil his special day.
He did what? What could he possibly have meant by telling you that?
Well, he said it was because I was an old high school dropout who was too wrinkly to be at the wedding rubbing shoulders with beautiful people. Or something along those lines. He also said that if I attended the wedding, it would only embarrass Julia.
He said all that? You're telling me that my employee really said all those things?
Yes. I am embarrassed to even mention it, but it's true. I've heard of Bridezilla, but I don't know what you call this. Grumora?
That little punk. Does he even realize what he's doing?
He might not be completely off base. Just the thought of embarrassing my sweet little sister on her big day. Well, I just couldn't stand the thought and decided it would be best if I just went home. I told Julia that I wasn't feeling well and that I couldn't stay any longer.
Wait just a moment, please. Is everything you're telling me right now true?
I know it sounds like a lot, but I'm really not the type to embellish.
I am sorry, terribly sorry, for the awful things he said to you, ma'am. I would have never expected him to be capable of something like that. He's usually so respectful. Although, if I am being honest, I guess I have noticed that he has a tendency to get quite full of himself at times. But to think he would take things so far, I can't help but feel responsible for letting it get this bad.
No, please don't worry yourself. It's possible he was just telling me what Julia was too afraid to say.
Mary, you gave up everything you had and dedicated your life to raising Julia. To think that spoiled brat who was handed everything on a silver platter would try and rob you of the chance to be at your sister's wedding. It makes my blood boil.
I will admit that at first I was quite hurt by the things he said. And I think I may have panicked a bit because it all came so suddenly.
Of course, your feelings are completely justified.
But it's Julia's wedding. I've been looking out for her this long. I can manage this as well if it will make today better for her.
I very highly doubt that's true. Does Kurt know all about the circumstances? As in, he knows all that you gave to give Julia a happy life.
Yes, I tried to explain to him as best I could. But he seemed to be unable to grasp anything past the fact that I was a high school dropout who became a maid.
I see. I think I'm going to have a little talk with him real quick then.
Oh, no, please don't bother yourself by doing that. As long as Julia is happy, that's really all I care about.
Are you absolutely sure about this? You know that you mean the world to her. I just can't see how suddenly leaving the wedding will bring Julia the happiness that I know you want for her.
Do you really think that?
Don't worry. I'll make sure Kurt gets a strict talking to. So please, turn around and come back to be by your sister's side for this moment.
Okay, I will.
Why was my boss just yelling at me earlier? Did you go and tell him something you shouldn't have? And why was he even talking to you in the first place? Don't tell me you were trying to hit on him because you think he's handsome or something. I'm pretty sure I warned you about that.
That would be incorrect. Actually, the thing is, our companies have been planning to work together for some time now, so we arranged to have some meetings in the future.
What? What are you talking about? Did our company start a new contract with your cleaning service?
I don't work for a cleaning service anymore. Actually, I run a cosmetics company.
You mean like you're a store manager? Or you clean the store after everyone goes home?
I mean, like I own the company.
What? You have your own company? But I thought you were just a high school dropout.
I am just a high school dropout. One who worked hard and eventually started her own company. And that's how I met Jerry, your boss. And he wanted to formally introduce himself today, but you drove me away from the venue. So that's what I told him when he asked where I was.
Are you being serious right now? Why didn't you tell me all of this sooner?
Well, I don't like to mix my work life and my private life. And you don't really have anything to do with my work, so I didn't really think I needed to tell you anything. But because of that, you decided it was okay to bully me the way you did earlier.
Wow. So then if Julia and I get married, then that would mean some big things for both of our companies, wouldn't it? All this could even end up in a merger between our two companies.
I told you that I don't like to mix my private and work life. Even though I explained it to you, you just won't listen. I think that bad habit of not listening will get you into trouble one day. Well, even more trouble.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? What kind of trouble do you mean?
I'm just saying that you might have a pay cut in your future. Your boss seemed really mortified when he heard about what you did. I'm worried he might think I'm going to reconsider the deal I was making with him.
What? No, that was never my intention.
Well, you can explain that to him. I've already talked to him about this little incident, so it's quite out of my hands now. I should tell you that he spoke to your father, though.
He what? Why would he do that?
Well, your father owns your company, doesn't he? I'm sure Jerry just wanted him to know about how you've been treating your future sister-in-law and future potential business partner.
Oh my god. I have to stop him.
It's too late. I've already spoken to your father. He came to apologize to me.
Wait, really? He apologized? Did he really do something like that?
Oh yes, he did. He came to me begging for forgiveness. He said that he never thought his own son could be such a stupid, inconsiderate jerk.
Hold on a second. I don't think that was really called for.
Don't shoot the messenger. Well, in any case, it seems that most of your wedding guests are in agreement with that sentiment.
Now, what is that supposed to mean? I'm sick of the way you've been talking to me. Stop all these dumb games and just tell me what you want to say.
I'm saying that all the pretty young women you were so happy to have at your wedding are packing up and going home.
Are you serious? Why are they doing that? They were supposed to make this day that much more beautiful. What did you tell them?
Yes, I'm sure that was the thing you were most looking forward to today. And just why are there so many beautiful women coming to your wedding anyways? Is it true that you even asked one of them out on a date?
That I what? I would never do that, and I won't tolerate any lies like that. And besides, I thought I told you not to talk to anyone at the wedding. Why did you open your big mouth?
I'm afraid that the whole thing was leaked out to the guests. Everyone heard about how the terrible groom went behind the poor bride's back and hit on one of the guests.
What the hell are you talking about? You better stop this. You don't even have any proof of the things you're accusing me of.
Well, I heard it straight from the poor girl's mouth. She seemed very upset.
I don't understand. And just why were any of the gorgeous girls talking to an old hag like you?
Yes, they are all young, beautiful, intelligent, and overall lovely young women. But they actually all have something else in common as well. They all work for me.
What are you talking about now?
Come on, Kurt. This is so simple even a high school dropout can understand. All those lovely young women work at my company. They all came to celebrate Julia's special day. But once they heard that I had gone home, they all started to do the same, apparently.
Are you serious? So they were all just your employees?
Yes, weren't you listening? I'm the president of a cosmetics company. There are lots of pretty girls interested in entering the beauty industry, it seems. Of course, I'm not just hiring them because of their looks. But it has to be said that there are many gorgeous girls working under me.
I can't believe it. So, they all work for your cosmetics company. Which means that's why. That girl really went and told you about what I said to her?
Yes, she told everyone. And while I was shocked, what was more shocking was the number of people who weren't shocked. It seems you've been pretty busy, haven't you? So many girls came forward after that with the same story. You really are just a horrible person down to your core, aren't you? I heard the same story so many times I felt sick.
No, you've got it all wrong. I was just inviting them out to eat, nothing else.
Why were you inviting girls out to eat at your own wedding? Were you really trying to use your wedding just to meet girls?
No, that's not it at all. I just thought it would be good to be able to reach them, for emergencies.
Well, you do know that all the girls came because they wanted to help Julia celebrate her wedding. All of them are her friends, and you tried to get in between those friendships.
No, you've got me all wrong. That's not what I was doing. I was just trying to make friends with Julia's friends. I thought the wedding would be a good way to get to know her friends better, that's all.
Well, anyways, the girls you were harassing the most all have boyfriends already. They explained everything to Julia not long after you talked to them.
They went to Julia and told her everything?
Everything, including about how you looked down on me and called me an old woman. And then how you told me to come up with an excuse and leave the wedding.
Wait. Just let me explain. Are you really trying to blow up my wedding right now? Do you think that doing this is going to make your little sister happy?
It's exactly because I want the best for my little sister that I told her the truth about everything. And even though it looks like the result might be this wedding getting called off, I think that might just be for the best. It's much better than her being legally tied down to a scumbag like you.
Please, just hold on a minute. You have to understand. If I get left at the altar like this, everyone will think I'm a horrible person.
Well, that sounds very fitting to me. I'm so glad you were kind enough to show me your true colors before the ceremony. I couldn't have rescued Julia from your evil clutches without all of your assistance today. And now that everyone has seen just what a horrible person you are, I hope your suffering is only beginning. After that, Julia, in tears, slapped Kurt right in the face. Right in front of everyone who had come to see them get married. After that, it was officially announced that the wedding would be cancelled. Of course, Kurt's father was furious with him. Any prospects Kurt might have had regarding succeeding his father as company president were quickly put to rest. He was hung out to dry by both his company and his friends. No one wanted anything to do with such a horrible person ever again.